Russia vows to retaliate against Germany if it supplies Taurus cruise missiles to Ukraine. In an interview, Russian ambassador to Germany Sergey Nechayev said that his country once again warned Germany not to take any hostile actions against Russia if it does not want to retaliate, including supplying cruise missiles to Ukraine and allowing the U.S. to deploy missiles on German territory. Sergey Nechayev stressed, "This concerns both the possibility of using the cruise missile Taurus and the U.S.'s plans to deploy medium and short-range missiles on German territory." He recalled that German Chancellor Olaf Scholz had rejected the idea of supplying these combat systems to the Kiev government, because such a step would mean Germany would be directly involved in the conflict between Russia and Ukraine. Mr. Nechayev noted that the German Social Democratic Party is discussing the possibility of imposing a ban on the supply of Taurus cruise missiles to Ukraine if the party is involved in the coordination process. The Russian ambassador admitted that the proposal of the German Social Democratic Party is being opposed by some people, while on the contrary, many people in Germany are welcoming the provision of Taurus missiles to Kiev. But the Russian ambassador also said, "We are not involved in this internal German discussion. We do not participate in pre-election discussions, but we emphasize that any aggressive actions by Berlin against Russia will not go unanswered." Regarding recent statements by some Western officials about the deployment of peacekeepers to Ukraine in the event of a ceasefire, Ambassador Nechayev reiterated that the Russian leadership has always emphasized that the presence of foreign forces here, especially NATO, is unacceptable and cannot be discussed. The Russian ambassador stressed that the growing speculation in many Western countries about sending peacekeepers and freezing the conflict shows that the West has seen the successes of the Russian army on the battlefield, as well as the increasingly difficult situation for Ukraine. Earlier, at a meeting of NATO foreign ministers in Brussels, German Foreign Minister Annalena Baerbock said that she would not rule out the possibility of sending German peacekeepers to Ukraine in the event of a ceasefire agreement. She said that along with Ukraine's security guarantees under NATO membership, an international presence to enforce the ceasefire could be considered. The German foreign minister also stressed that the country would fully support any action aimed at achieving peace. At a meeting of representatives from about 20 Western countries in Paris, French President Emmanuel Macron also raised the possibility of sending troops to Ukraine. Mr. Macron said that no consensus had been reached on the issue, but that such a scenario could materialize in the future. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov warned that the deployment of foreign troops in Ukraine would have extremely negative and potentially irreversible consequences.